What's up, everyone? It is the Draft Nerd here, back with some more Charlotte Hornets content. And in this video, I'm going to be just talking about the big board for the Charlotte Hornets. What does the big board for the Charlotte Hornets look like, or what it should look like, or just what I want it to look like? So these are 5 players, well, 6 players that I feel like the Hornets could draft. I only picked a reasonable, like people who would fall in that area. And also I didn't want to think about any trades, because then that's when it all gets messy and things like that. So it's just 6 players that I feel like could end up at 13, could end up at 15, and I would be happy with any of them. If the Hornets trade back, obviously the big board changes. If the Hornets trade up, obviously the big board changes. And then if the Hornets trade out, then it is what it is. But basically, I'm just going to talk about if they stay put at 13 and 15, who can I see there and who should they draft when they're there. So first prospect we're going to talk about is Lidell out of Ohio State. He's a 6'7", like power forward, small forward type deal. He basically is a scorer. He has, I wouldn't say he has the ability to defend, but he has shown with at least his blocks that he has some type of timing, he has some type of defensive tenacity to become better on defense. So if he can get coached up, I think he'll be really good on defense. I really think that also he's just he can do anything on the offensive side of the ball. So I know the Hornets have plenty of offensive weapons, but I feel like he would just be a good pickup. If granted, there's a reason why he's last on my big board. I just feel like he would be a good pickup if everybody else is gone. Really, at that point, if he's on the board and everyone else is gone for whatever reason, then I think the Hornets should trade out that pick and trade back and maybe get him then. But I think he's a good player, and I think that he would be kind of like a PJ replacement, but just for position reasons, not because he's not the defender PJ is, but PJ has gotten better since he was drafted to now as a defender, and I can see the same thing for EJ Lidell. All right, next up is Jalen Williams out of Santa Clara. He is another older player, and by older I just mean not a freshman, but he's another older player from Santa Clara. He has ridiculous 7'2" wingspan. He isn't that good on defense, but with a 7'2" wingspan, you can make him good on defense. Really, his offense is what shines. Is basically, he can literally score anywhere on the court, and I think he has one of the best true shooting percentages in the draft. I think that Santa Clara heavily relied on him, so we all know how that goes in college. It just really messes up your game. It just college schemes as well also really mess up your game. And so yeah, I think he did what he could with what he had. I do think he's a better player than a lot of people think. So I really don't see him going past 15. If the Hornets let him go past, there's got to be some injury concerns, but he is a great prospect. Like I said, 7'2" wingspan. He can be coached up on defense for sure, because he has the effort. It's just he's not that good yet. And so he can be coached up on defense, and I think he could be a problem. He could be a real two-way problem. I don't think he'll ever be elite at either or, but I think he will always be good at both. So especially once he gets coached up on defense. So look out for Jalen Williams possibly coming to the Hornets. All right, next up we have all these Jalens, but next up we have Jeremy Sohan, or I might be saying his name wrong, but Jeremy Sohan is a small forward out of Baylor. This is a pure defensive pick. He cannot score at all. He's actually decent around the rim, but other than that, that's about it. He has a high free throw rate as well, but he's not that good of a free throw shooter. So I don't know, do what you will with that information. He can provide some just penetration at least, so that would help a little bit, even though like I said, he's not the best free throw shooter in the world or 3-point shooter in the world. But this is, like I said, a strictly defensive pick. He is going to be a lot of what McDaniels was last season, where you don't rely on him too much on offense. You expect him to score like when he's wide open and things like that, except McDaniels can hit some threes, unlike Jeremy Sohan, who really can't hit that many threes. But anyway, he is just a great defender. Like I said, he can provide a little bit of penetration. He seems very comfortable with the ball in his hand, but like I said, he's not that much of a scorer or passer really. But yeah, like I said, just strictly defensive. I think he can get minutes right away no matter who the coach is, just because of how good he is on defense. All right, next up we have Johnny Davis. So Johnny Davis is number 2 on my big board. and that's just because he is a 2 guard. He's 6'5". He doesn't shoot the 3 well, but he is a good free throw shooter, so that shows signs that he could possibly become a better 3-point shooter. He shot what, like 31% in college, so I mean, we can hope that goes up to like 34, 35 throughout his career, and that would be great if he could shoot that for the Hornets. Probably on the lower end, especially his rookie year, probably like 32, 33. But like I said, he's a good defender. He is like Cody Martin, but comfortable on offense. And we all know Cody Martin is just a feisty defender, and he just plays hard on both sides of the ball. But Johnny Davis does that, but he's actually comfortable on offense, unlike Cody Martin is at times. But like I said, Johnny Davis he would go really well with either James Bouknight or LaMelo. I know James Bouknight is also more of a 2, especially an offensive 2, and Johnny Davis is more of a 2 and not really much of a ball handler. But we have seen James Bouknight in his very limited minutes be a pretty good playmaker. I mean, he's not LaMelo by any means, but he's a pretty good playmaker, so maybe they can find a way to put both of them on the court. And this is where, like I said, Johnny Davis, I don't see it happening, but I think at 13 or 15, he's just too good to pass up. I don't think he'll make it here, but like I said, he's just too good to pass up, and at that point, you'll take BPA. But like I said, I'd rather have him at 15 than 13, and for my next player, you'll know why. All right, so number 1, and we'll just do both players. That's why I said I had 6 players at the beginning of the video. We have 1A, and then we have 1B, where 1A is Mark Williams and 1B is Jalen Duren. It doesn't matter how you want to put it. I will say Mark Williams is a little better offensively, but Jalen Duren's more of the lob threat that we want with LaMelo. So it's, you know, pick your poison. I'm really cool with either or. I think they're both pretty good on defense. I do feel like Mark Williams is he's a little further along, it seems, than Jalen Duren, but Jalen Duren has like more athleticism, at least what has been shown. Once again, you know, in college, players be really good at something, but they don't get to show it in college. So especially at programs like Duke, like Memphis, where Mark Williams went to Duke, Jalen Duren went to Memphis. So it's just a slippery slope, but there's no telling what they might do once they get, you know, their feet wet and really get some minutes in the league. But it's pick your poison. You can't go wrong with either or. I really like both, to be honest, but one of them have to go at 13. If both of them are not there at 13, then some trades need to happen. But yeah, that's why for Johnny Davis, I said I would like him at 15, and that's really for all the players. Most of them were 15 because we have to get a center first. But that's it, either or. That should be the big board for the Hornets, at least in my opinion. That's what I like. Like I said, I didn't try to factor any trades or anything like that. So obviously, if a player gets traded or we trade out of picks, then the big board changes. But based on assuming they'll pick at 13 and 15, this is what I would like the Hornets to at least try. We all know crazy things happen in the draft. I might come out with one more video before the draft. I know I'm coming out with videos after the draft, but I might come out with one more video before the draft. We'll see, because this should be my 3rd upload of the day. So that would be crazy. I know, like yesterday I was like, I'm not gonna release that many videos, and here I am, 3 videos in one day. But anyway, I can't wait to see what the Hornets do tonight. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe so you can watch that video later that I'm going to post about the Hornets, probably a reaction. And that does it, and I'll see y'all tonight. Peace.